Lovelies, my name is Jessica and welcome to Makeup Misfit. I have my first update already for Pan the Rainbow. This was created by Alyssa, who is linked down below. I believe the actual name is Pan the Rainbow in Order. Julie is also doing this, so go check them out. It's really fun to see what everybody is pulling in for each color. I'm doing mine just nail polish. Alyssa is doing hers with just eyeshadow, and Julie is pulling in other products, which makes it that much more exciting. I believe she's working on eyeliners and stuff like that. So again, link down below, go check them out. But I'm excited for today's update because we're going to be chatting about what I used for my red shade. Now, before I get into that, I mentioned in the intro, I only have to use the shade that I'm currently working on. So this month was red. This upcoming month is going to be, I almost said October. No. Orange. And then we're going to work our way through the rainbow. So for the red, for the orange, and every shade moving forward, I only have to use it one time throughout the month. And that's enough. Whether it's an accent nail, whether it's all over, whether it's whatever I want to do with it, I only have to use it the minimum one time. If I want to use it more, great, but I really don't have to. I just want to get use out of my collection, especially on the shades that I don't ever really reach for. And I know I mentioned this in the intro. I have these shades that I don't ever use on my nails. Now, some of you may be like, why do you have them? Why do you buy them? If that's the case, and I completely get it, especially at this point. But when I first started purchasing a lot of these polishes, my intention was to use them to help doing like nail art because I really wanted to try and get into that. I don't have the tools. I haven't purchased them yet. I might. I still kind of want to get into it a little bit, even if it's just like dotting tools and just do like little dots all over my nails or like create little flowers with the dots and stuff like that. And that's kind of where I pulled like the yellows and the reds just to kind of give my nails something a little bit different. I wanted to try and do gradients, and I wanted to do like, a red, orange to yellow nail, and I wanted to do, stuff like that. I just haven't really put in like the time and the effort to practice doing that kind of stuff. So a lot of these polishes are just hanging out in my collection. So I figured that this project was a really good way to get some use on those polishes because they're not the ones that I really gravitate towards. So they're just kind of hanging out collecting dust right now. And I do want to put some of them to use. And again, it only has to be one polish for that month, only one time. So of course, I'm not going to go through all of my reds all at once. I'm not going to go through all of my oranges all at once. I only have to use the one. And it also doesn't have to be like a solid base color. I have toppers, I have unicorn skins because I'm only using Holo Taco for this. And they all have shades that align with the rainbow. So I can pull in a topper that is, orange if I want to, instead of using an orange, like a full orange nail polish, because I'm still pulling in that color some sort of way. And I find it just makes it that much more fun and exciting because then it's not like, oh, it's a full orange nail and it's just kind of boring. You know what I mean? Like getting some use on it just to get a use on it. I still want to enjoy my nail looks. So with all of that being said, for red, I decided I was going to pull in this red shimmer called Scorched Earth. Now, the polish that I put it on top of was Circuit Breaker, which is a silver linear holo. So it is pure holo. You can only get that in the silver color. And I don't know what it was, but I was not a big fan of it about 90% of the time. Now, with a linear holo, you really only get to see the full effect in certain lighting. And that would be like under a spotlight or a phone flash or the sunlight and stuff like that. And of course, your nails aren't always going to be in that type of lighting. So you're really not going to get the full effect of what the polish actually does until you do step into those lights. Now, when I put this over top of it, the only time I liked it was when it was actually in the sunlight. Other than that, it's almost like it kind of, I don't want to say cloudied, but almost like dulled it down. And a lot of the time, linear holo just on its own, when it is in just regular lighting, like, what I've got going on right now, it almost has this like dullness to it just a little bit. Like it's still beautiful, but it's just not the same. So when I put this shimmer on top of it, it's almost like it just kind of extra dulled it. And I really didn't like it when the lighting got darker. It wasn't like, I was not a real big fan of it most of the time, which is unfortunate, but I really did like it in the sunlight. I could see the red coming through a lot more. You could see the hollow coming through a lot more. So it just made the shimmer look even better. I did take photos. I tried to take decent photos, but some of them were harder to take than others, especially like in the sunlight sometimes. So unfortunately, I don't have very many, but you guys will see the ones that I took. Um, and I am glad that I actually got a use on this because I think I only reached for it maybe one time prior to deciding to pull this one into this project. So I am happy that I do have another use on it, and I did use it on all 10 nails. It wasn't just an accent nail. It wasn't just one hand, even though that's what all the photos show is just the one hand. I did manage to use this with circuit breaker on all 10 nails, but it was the only time I reached for it. After that, after I took it off, I have not reached for it since. And honestly, I kind of wanted to take this off a lot sooner than I actually did, which is again really unfortunate. So I don't know what it was. Maybe one day in the future I will reach for it again and try and put it over top something different. I don't know if maybe it's the shade that I put it on top of, or maybe if I put it on top of a different silver instead of a linear hollow, maybe on top of a glitter, maybe I'll be able to see, a different, see this in different lighting. Not like actual lighting, but you know what I mean? Like see it in a different light, maybe see it, maybe it'll have a different effect on it. I really don't know. But this is the shade that he used for red for this month. So with that being said, red is complete, and I do get to move on to orange now, which I am really excited about. I didn't think I was going to be, but I do have an orange in mind that I'm really excited to pull out. I think that's the one that I'm going to focus on for this month. I have only worn it one time before, and I wasn't sure how it was going to look up against my skin tone. But I absolutely loved it. Like, I thought it was beautiful. So I'm really looking forward to pulling that one out. Whether I decide to pull other oranges out or not, we'll just have to see what I decide I'm going to do, how I feel. Again, I don't have to wear this all month long. It is only the one time, and then that's enough. I count that as being good enough. I don't need to hit certain usage goals or anything like that. I just want to use it one time, and it can only be on one nail. It can be on all 10. I can wear it all month long if I really want to. As long as I'm getting some sort of use on these polishes, then I am happy. I'm calling it good, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what I decide to do for the upcoming month with orange. So if you are looking forward to that too, stay tuned. Also, you will see this in a couple of days with my Panicure update that's coming up. So will this be my pit, my least favorite polish of the month? Who knows? You'll have to stick around and find out to see. But you will see this in a couple of days. So stay tuned for Panicure, and also stay tuned for this update next month to see what I decide to do with the orange. And that's it, that's all. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Again, link down below is Alyssa and Julie. Go check them out, and I will see you guys all later. Bye.